Well, it looks like the pond is down about 2 feet almost, so that's probably pretty close to what I need. No need to drain it down too much further. I may just let it run the rest of today and cut it off before I go home. But yeah, pretty much all I'm doing now is just regrading this bank right here. So you can see where the pond was coming up to right here, so it's kind of making all this a nice swampy mess, so I can just kind of reach out there and cut some of that back. But it's just a whole lot easier to do it without water all the way up to here. So in fact, I don't even hear it running, so let's go over there and check it out. It might not even be on. I need to start the dump truck up first, let the air build up, because there's about 12 inches of water in the bed. I need to back over there and dump that out. So let's get old Barney fired up here. It's about 38 degrees, so we'll probably get a good little cold start here. Let's set the camera up. All right, dump truck started. I did bring the dozer down, excavator got it fueled up. Let's walk over here and check this out. So what I'm gonna do is dig a hole right here beside this field to get the clay or dirt. I just need dry dirt to work on this pond dam right here. But I get the dump truck out of the way. I'm gonna bring the dozer down here and go ahead and blade this off and notch this out. It's wet, but I think by the time I put 3-4 feet of dry dirt on top of it, it'll all mix together. It's not too bad right here. By the time I blade that off, it'll, yeah, siphon's not even running, so okay, I don't even have to worry about that then. It pulled it down enough. So I'm gonna come over here with the dozer and just notch this out right here so that I can back the truck farther down here and able to dump. It's been off for a little bit of a little while too. It's down over 2 feet, I would say. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the valve's right there. Yep, that's why it gave me a little bit of a fit. It got a little cockeyed. It's hard to put in a 6-inch siphon by yourself. I got it though. Well, it got the water down where it needed to be, and yeah, I'm fine with that. Make life a little bit easier. All right, let's go dump the water out of the truck and get the dozer down here and go ahead and notch this. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this half right here and get me a little bit of a road put in here, and then probably go ahead. I need to dip that water out so that I can push some good dry dirt in there and bring another piece of pipe and extend that out to be able to go all the way down the pond dam. let's dig the borrow pit. So this is where I'm going to get my dirt from to fix the dam. This should be some topsoil, so I'm going to stockpile it to the side. Right there, because I'll probably dump some of that back on the top when I'm done to get some grass to grow. Oh yeah, that looks like some good clay in there. So on the old 220, what you hear rattling so much are those side cutters on the bucket. The pins have, you know, gotten a little wore out in it, so you hear those clank around. So that's what makes all the noise. They have like a little rubber washer in there, and I think all my fires have melted that out, so I've had to put bolts in there, and it's not the exact fit, so they tend to rattle a little bit until they get packed full of dirt, which when you're digging it's fine, but if you're clearing, they don't get a lot of dirt in there. They tend to rattle a little bit. Try to salvage whatever topsoil I can. I'm not too worried about filling the covering the hole back up with topsoil, because it's all going to be mud out of the pond, so it's going to be topsoil. Mud. It's going to be muddy topsoil. So I'm figuring somewhere probably around 40 dump truck loads is what I'm going to need to fix the pond dam. Like some good red clay, so oh yeah, dry dirt. That is good news. We need dry dirt, because right now we have no dry dirt. Not on the surface. I figured this would be a good spot because it's kind of up here on that ridge. Then I'll just fill the hole in with mud. Maybe leave it a little bit high. It'll settle a little bit. It'll just be a nice hole of topsoil out here when it all dries out. Probably shouldn't get too crazy with the first load until I figure out what the ground's going to support. Might end up back there stuck by myself. Alright, let me go dump that, and well, I made it all of about 40 feet on the first pass, on the first load, and about 20 on the second. There's a hole right there at the end of the dam, and I'm going to dump this load in it Then go knock those 3 piles down with the dozer, and hopefully that'll bridge across. It's just slick. Very slick. And the dump truck won't make it. I'll cut this out, and then like I said, go get on the dozer and spread that out. Hopefully that'll build me a decent road base where I can get back there. Hopefully. I'm so glad I hauled that brush out the other day before it rained, because there would be no driving out right now. Sounds like it's got some rock in it, so maybe that'll give me a little track. I'm going to try to spread some of this dry dirt out. Hopefully that will bridge across some of this slick mud so that I can drive back here. So that's 13 loads of dirt so far. When I get back from lunch here, I'm going to bring the excavator down here. Whoa, we almost ended up upside down. That was slick. That caught me a little off guard. All right, so yeah, when I get back from lunch, what I'm going to do is not walk down that muddy slope. Come over here with the excavator and dip that water out and grab, I got a truckload of dirt. I'll bring it down here and dump it and grab some of that. Go ahead and get that put in there and kind kind of get that a nice solid base built, so I can add onto that pipe and extend it out, and then stockpile the rest of my dirt here today, so that I can continue to push it across there and keep building out the backside of that dam, and then grab these 3 or 4 little trees right here, and just kind of, the goal is, you know, just kind of soften that slope a lot right there. Tie the dirt right in here to these trees where it can be bush hogged there with a tractor. So let me go grab lunch. I'll come back with the excavator and dip this mud out. This is probably going to be slightly interesting to get this water pushed out of here. I'm actually not going to waste my dry dirt and use this wet stuff I scraped up to start with. To build me a, I guess a coffer dam here to push it out with. Just spread that mud out down here in the bottom somewhere. I've got to get this filled in with dirt dry enough to support dirt on top of it to extend the pipe out. Might be hauling mud out of here, I don't know. There's really no good way of doing this. But it is flowing out, so that's a good thing. Okay, well, let me finish getting all this pushed out of the way here and get some good dirt packed in here. And I'll start loading and hauling some more dirt, getting that down here to add to the backside. Well, I'm going to haul a few more loads here. Need a stockpile tomorrow. Got to bring some pipe to extend the overflow. And I'll probably have help tomorrow to probably drive the truck load. And I will kind of spread it with a dozer, so I kind of know how I want it put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and stockpile that, and then next week I can put the grading bucket on and dig out the edge of the pond. Haul some mud over here to fill this hole back in. I'm already starting to get into the water table as there's groundwater coming to the hole there, so I'm not too worried about it. It'll probably have a few inches, maybe a foot of water in it, but I'm filling it in with liquid pond mud, so it'll just push it out and it'll run back into the pond. Alright, so I got 23 loads of dirt hauled so far today. It's a little after 2. And I'm gonna go in here. This is about as far as I can go. I don't want to drive the dump truck over that overflow pipe once I put it in. So I'm gonna take the excavator. It's just gonna be easier to pull this dirt back up right here and blend it in with the dozer. And then tomorrow we will haul dirt down the dam and just either dump it over the edge or pull down there and back over. Probably just dump it over the edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and rake all this over with the excavator and then blend it all in with the dozer before calling it a day. Grabbing that edge right there and just pulling it back over here, blending it into the slope. That was Jeff, really good. He just texted me to let me know that he closed on that property. So it's 50 acres on one side of the road and 40 on the other, the 90-acre tract. So he closed today on the 50-acre tract. And there's a couple things that have to be sorted out with the county on the 40-acre side before closing on that. They had a protective stream buffer area where we wanted to do the pond at, and when it shows as protected on the soil map, means you can't put a pond there, but it did qualify for it. Anything I saw, so we fought it, and the county came out and assessed it, and we're on our side and are taking that ditch off the stream map, which it was literally a swale, so that we can do the pond work, and that won't interfere with all that. They were on his side with that. So later on this spring, hopefully we can get started on doing that. It's I told Jeff it's a bad time of year right now to be building ponds. I mean, I can sneak this little stuff in right here, a little 3-day job in doing this type of stuff between the rain, but trying to build a 4 or 5 acre pond in the winter time is not normally a good idea. So I told him let's wait till like March, April, and hopefully everything will be ready and we can rock and roll on that. That'll be exciting. I'm sure he's going to be blowing my phone up between now and then with wanting to get stuff done. This dirt up with the excavator will keep it from wasting so much dirt and get running all off into the woods and everything. I'm going to finish pulling this back, jump on the dozer, go ahead and blend all this in, and call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow to finish the backside of the pond dam up, and then next week I can regrade the edges and fill the borrow pit back in with mud. That ought to be fun. Do a little dredging, then we're back down there to work on the big farm where I built the long road and the 4-acre pond, to put in another road and do some more clearing, and yeah, a lot of stuff to do. So man, this is shaping out good. So you can see the old edge right here, and I've added probably about 4 feet right here. I can probably cut that back a little bit more, And even if this is still a bit too steep, this was the old edge right here, so I still got a good 4 feet that I've added to it, so I may trim that back and soften that slope just a little bit more. But that's looking so much better. That'll be a whole lot easier to maintain right there. And I got all this dirt piled up. Got to bring a coupler in the morning and a stick of pipe, so I filled that in so that it wouldn't fill it with groundwater tonight. And I'll dig it out and we'll put the pipe in there in the morning. Then I got all this dirt to put over top of it, and then we'll finish filling that section in right there and blending that in. But before and after, looking good.